Our book today is called The Bumper Cars. It's about some kids who go riding in the bumper cars. Have you ever ridden in bumper cars? The Bumper Cars, written by Beverly Randell. That means that she wrote the words in the story. And illustrated by Liz Alger. That means she drew all of the pictures in the story. First, look for some of our kindergarten tricky words. Do you see any of our tricky words on this page? Come, here, said, the. Now let's take a look at the illustration at the picture. We see some bumper cars. We see people over here waiting or looking at the bumper cars. And then we see people riding inside the bumper cars. Looking at the illustration could help us read this page. Come here, d, a, d. Come here, Dad, said, ooh, this is going to be someone's name. James. Come here, Dad, said James. Look at the bumper cars. Come here, Dad, said James. Look at the bumper cars. Can you read this page? When you see these quotation marks, the two little lines over here and the two little lines over here, that means that someone is talking. So James is saying, come here, Dad, look at the bumper cars. When I look at this picture, it makes me think that maybe this is James and he's telling his dad, come here, come look at the bumper cars. So if you're reading a book and you see these, they're called quotation marks and they mean that someone is talking. Look for our kindergarten tricky words. And, the, and, the. Here's that family again, and they're looking at the bumper cars. I don't see any of those quotation marks, so that means on this page, no one is talking. Dad and James looked at the bumper cars. Nick, and ate. Nick and Kate looked at the cars. Two. Dad and James looked at the bumper cars. Nick and Kate looked at the cars too. Can you read this page? Good job reading. I can tell that this book has more words today. It's a little bit trickier, so take your time and read the best you can, looking for those kindergarten tricky words and using your letter sounds. Let's try one more page together. Oh, there are some of those quotation marks, which means someone is talking. Let's look for our kindergarten tricky words. I go, a, said, I go, the, read, said, I go. Whew, there are a lot of kindergarten tricky words on this page. Let's take a look at the picture. It looks like the family is maybe getting ready to go into the bumper cars. I see a little gate that could open. I see the worker that might let them in to go ride the bumper cars. So I think this page is going to be about them going to the bumper cars. Dad, can I go in a car? Dad, can I go in a car? Said James. Can I go in the red car? Kate said, can I go too? Try reading this page on your own. Awesome job! Later in the lesson, I'll post this whole book so that you can practice reading it with your family. But let's take a look together. It looks like Kate and James choose the red car. Oh, what color car do you think Dad and Nick are going to choose? Blue. There's the blue car for them. Oh, now we've got some of the kids in the red car and Dad and Nick in the blue car. Looks like they might crash or bump. That's why they're called bumper cars. Oh, bump. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, I like to flip through and look at the pictures first because it gives me a preview or an idea of what might happen in the book and what the book might be about. So if you have books at your house, before you read them, flip through and look at the pictures and see if you can make some guesses about what the book might be about or what's going to happen in the book. We call those predictions.